Paul, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Rory. How's it going, man?
Really, really good. Such a pleasure to talk to you again. So,
You
there
too.
is a scene in this, and I think you might have broken a world record in it by having an actor play the most characters on screen simultaneously at once.
Right. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so I looked it up, and I think the previous record was, I think, 45, and you have just blown that out of the water. Just
Wow.
completely destroyed
What
it.
was it? What was the other thing that was 40? What was it?
I'm gonna curse myself for this. It was a Bollywood movie anyway. I
Oh,
do remember that. So first of all, congratulations. I think
thank you.
this should be in the world record for
Oh
that.
my God.
And secondly, what is it like filming a scene like that where you are acting against in practically infinite versions of yourself?
It sucks. The challenge is like, ooh, this sounds great. And I thought like, oh, this will be a fun sequence, which it is in the movie, but it is the most tedious, um, tricky, boring. It was boring. Um, at times it was fun. Like if I think of it, it's the general idea of acting opposite yourself. If you can like, oh, I'm gonna get the eye lines down and I can react to my own voice. I've played a clone before in a show, and that's kind of exciting. It's
Yep.
kind of fun, and it was fun to do a little bit in this scene. But as I started to multiply, I had to kind of film every version of me, which just after a while, it's like, oh my God, another one? I know I sound like DJ Khaled. I had to do different facial expressions, and there were things for the visual effects department that were very complex for them. So it was just, we had to belabor certain things so that they get it all down. And then I'm also kind of climbing on versions of myself like I'm a bunch of ants, really. And you can't fake that just with computer imagery. So we had to really mock up it's like an armature, like this steel thing was 4 stories tall, and there are guys in blue suits that are covered, reaching down and pulling me up, and I'm on a harness, and it sounds kind of fun, but after week 2, it's like, oh God, get me out of this thing. This is punishing.
I appreciate that you tormented yourself for the craft and for our pleasure.
Well,
So
I mean, the one
thank
thing
you
I
very
will
much.
say is that it was tedious and uncomfortable and endless, but I was excited at the idea of what the thing might look like when it was done because I thought it might be kind of crazy. And it is. And,
It is.
these are the sacrifices that we make when we're making art.
Exactly, exactly. And speaking of sacrifices when you're making art, when you're getting Ant-Man ready, let's say, what is the one workout part that you hate the most? Is there one particular workout thing that you hate the most? And what is the one delicious food thing that you know you shouldn't have because you're training that you miss the most during that time?
Okay, so the thing when I was working out this time, the thing that I hated the most that I really were pull-ups. I did a lot of pull-ups. By the way, I'm in the suit the whole movie, so why I did this is it was stupid. I didn't need to be doing this, but I wound up doing a lot of pull-ups. It's painful. I don't like them. Um, so that was the worst part of the training. The thing that I missed, it's a weird thing. I found that like when I'm eating perfectly, like really perfectly in training, which I'm pretty good at doing when I'm doing these movies, I really get a craving for chocolate. And so at the end of the day, on occasion, I would take a little, like some dark chocolate, and that would kind of hold me over until the next night when I could have one more little square of dark chocolate. The other thing is truly, and I'm not just saying this because I'm talking to you, but a pint of Guinness is is the thing. And when the movies are done, the thing that I really get excited about is that I could be in a pub and just have pints of Guinness. That's it.
In
That's
your own
it.
pub?
That's because I don't drink it when I'm filming.
the sacrifices just keep coming, and I appreciate each and every single one of them. Paul,
That's true. What's the bigger sacrifice? Not
I think
having.
it's the Guinness.
I think you
I
might
think
be
it's the
right. Yeah,
Guinness.
yeah.
Yeah. Paul, once again, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Rory. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, Cassie.